Prius. So welcome back, guys, or those viewers that are still here and still with me. As you can see, I'm still driving the DA, hasn't left us yet. Some of the negative comments and mean comments were absolutely hilarious. Okay, so the situation is this. I was going to put the video out yesterday, but I got tied up and couldn't really do that because I had some family engagements and I had to finish shooting today, obviously. So I have acquired the new car, and before I show it to you, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that some people figured out in the comments. And the other thing is that you're about to see the car as it is, and most of you will probably recognize the car. And what I'm trying here to say is that the car is not going to stay the way it currently is. It's going to change. We are going to change it. The only things we're not going to change are the paint and the color. So that's the main reason why I have this car. So without further ado, here's my new car. Check it out.
Heading full speed in the lane, still getting it. Full speed in the lane, still getting it. Still getting it.
Okay, so obviously most of you have seen this car before. It's Jessica's car. If you're new to the channel, about a year and a half ago, we built this car to get ready for Import Alliance 2016. And you can go back through the old videos and go watch us building the car, basically. Now, the car's not going to stay exactly this way. We're going to change it up. It's time for a refresh. It's time to do something different. And how did this come about? Well, basically, I've been trying to figure out a way to make the DA9, you know, a project-only car, meaning I need to stop daily driving it. So I started to look around for a daily driver, and then it also came down to, you know, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to finally paint this thing. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. It was really something that just kind of happened. You know, I kind of made a joke to Jessica, said, I wish you'd sell me your car, you know, so that it could get some fresh air and some daylight, because the thing is that she really hasn't had much time for the car since it's been built. So Charlie and Jessica basically talked about it, and, you know, we all kind of came to this agreement that it was time for it to kind of move on and give it a new life. And, you know, they were kind enough to work something out that, you know, was kind of beneficial for everybody. So now it's a platform that I'm gonna obviously change up and continue. Where does that leave the DA9? You know, what are we gonna do with the DA9? A lot of people clearly upset about, you know, the idea of getting rid of it. I would love to keep it. I would love to keep it. However, this is the situation that I'm in. I can't continue to daily this car because, you know, it's an older car. It's hard to find parts for. Getting harder and harder to deal with on a daily basis. I want to keep the DA9. However, the situation is what it is, where it's hard to have two project cars and to, you know, house them and then deal with a, you know, a daily car. I need to get this thing off the road because, you know, dailying a car really beats it up. It really kind of destroys it. That's where we're at. I'm super excited. I hope you guys will, you know, stay with me and, you know, hang out for this journey. I hope I haven't pissed so many people off about the DA9. Oh, and by the way, if you have a DA Integra addiction, please go check out Chris Sadowski's channel. He has 2 DAs and he does some awesome stuff. He just did a V20 VTEC swap on his DA9. And, you know, like I said, there are some other great YouTubers out there that you may not know about. Let's see, Young Static I've mentioned before. Go check out his channel. And then LA Tommy LA. He's really awesome. He's one of my favorites. Also Featured Garage. Go check them out. Of course, I got to give my boy Zosh a shout out. Hey! Go check those guys out. So let's go over what makes this car so nice and special and everything else. Let's just go over what it's got. Okay, we have a JDM optional console and armrest in the interior, converted to black interior. Obviously, some of that stuff's got to be adjusted and fixed. It's not in there 100%. If you notice, the double din is kind of sitting in there funny because Charlie just threw that in there. I'm going to be trying to make it all set up real nice and neat. So we have Integra black seats, K-Tune shifter with a Circuit Hero shifter plate. There's a few pieces that still need to be swapped out to black. The car still has heat and AC. Got an NRG quick release, JDM SIR 2-gauge cluster, clean, fresh OEM floor mats and door panels. It is an EX model, so it has power locks, power windows, and a sunroof. As far as the paint and everything else, and the moldings are brand new. Even these window guards here are brand new. WeatherTech visors. The suspension is Skunk 2 Pro 2s. The wheels are CCW polished LM5s. They're 16 by 8.5s with a plus 20 in the front and a plus 10 in the rear. 195/40 ZR16 tires. Now, as far as the engine bay goes, we have an LS VTEC B18A block with a GSR head. Skunk 2 radiator hoses. The color is bloodstone pink, I believe, for the engine bay. The thing is, on camera, this looks quite hot pink, but the thing that makes this color so brilliant in person is the fact that it kind of changes from pink, purple to red, even magenta-ish. And then it also has a matching valve cover. Now the valve cover has turned a bit dark over time because the heat, you know, has kind of turned the color a little bit. The headlights, we have dingy headlights with the OEM front lip. We have a carbon intake tube and a plug cover, as well as we have some Downstar hardware up top here. But we still have the factory brake booster, factory clutch, master cylinder, and reservoir, but we do have a tuck line, strut bar brace, AC lines, factory radiator, all brand new with a dryer. And then we have an Apexi World Sport exhaust. Now the one thing that this car does have that I'm not super crazy about is that it doesn't have, it's got some kind of no-name mounts in it. I don't know what they are, but they're pretty solid. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, but the engine is here, it does what it does. The thing about this car is that, you know, the engine is good. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it is a bit aged. You know, obviously I want to take this car to the next level, and I would definitely like to case swap it. With that being said, you know, this is the reason why the DA9 may not survive, because as anyone can tell you, case swaps are not the cheapest thing in the world. Obviously there's a journey with this car that we could definitely have and take it to shows, and you know, that way it's much easier for me to get, you know, where you can see me and meet me and things like that. So if you go back and watch the old videos, the build starts on the night that we picked the car from paint. Now, the reason why that is because we dropped the car off at paint 6.5, almost 7 weeks prior. And the person that we had do it was doing it in their off time. So it wasn't like, oh, they took 9 years to do it. They could definitely have done it faster, but they were doing it in their spare time. But the paint job is immaculate on this car. There's no dents, dings, scratches anywhere. Not yet, anyway. I think, you know, I love the wheels, but obviously we're probably going to change it up. This is going to become a little more of a track-focused car. Not quite as hardcore as Charlie, but, you know, somewhat track slash street slash, you know, a USDM JDM hybrid. But it does kind of have a American California type feel to it. The car's dirty. It's been sitting in the garage pretty much all summer since Import Alliance was the last time it was driven. So part of the montage video that you saw earlier is to sort of commemorate and celebrate the way that it looks right now, because it will be, you know, torn apart and rebuilt, basically. So some things are going to get sold off of this car. You know, there'll be plenty of content to watch. The thing is, guys, the real true honest thing is that there really hasn't been much content in the past month or two, other than, say, the intake manifold on the DA9. It's just because I've been trying to line things up to get things situated to where we really can invest time, you know, and money into a build. The problem at this point is that, you know, the DA9 would be another project, you know, that would be kind of be sitting around, and it's hard for me to justify putting the money into a DA9 and expect to get it back out later. In other parts of the country, it might be very difficult to find a DA this clean. You know, you can see how bad the hood is. I don't know if I ever really pointed it out. It's pretty smashed up. Some of you might be saying, that's it. There's a bunch of other little dents in there too. Here comes a train. So if you really like DAs, this might be the part of the country that you need to come to, because while I love this car, the fact is that in this area, it's hard to get $2,000 for a DA like this. You know, you might be saying to yourself, that damn thing's clean as hell. There's no rust. It's got a strong V20 VTEC with AC. You don't really come across that very often. Yes, that's true, but around here, people put no value on EFs and DAs, and they get sold off really cheap, and because people buy them very cheap, they get absolutely destroyed. You know, it's much more cost-effective to buy this than to invest the same amount of money into it, because if I were to invest into this car what I paid for this, it still wouldn't be as nice as this. You get what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like a drug dealer, you know. It's much cheaper to buy the, you know, the pound of weed than make a pound out of a bunch of grams. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So here it is. This is what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you can get on board and support me on this journey as well. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep the DA9 for as long as I can, but when push comes to shove, it may have to go. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I understand if you never want to watch my channel again, I get it. Maybe I've never said this on camera before. You guys have to understand that I'm the type of person that if I'm not using it, you know, I let it go. I want to get rid of it. I want to move on. I'm not a pack rat or a hoarder. I'm kind of a minimalist in a lot of ways. Even though you've seen me play guitar over the years, I've let many guitars, you know, basses, drums, and things like that go because, you know, someone else really needs it or wants it and wants to enjoy it. I would rather send this car off to someone who would really enjoy it and take care of it and love it than, you know, park it in the shop. You know, I just feel like that would be terrible. I'd rather someone, you know, drive it and enjoy it. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support and everything that, you know, I've put you guys through. You know, I'm sorry. And, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Sheever.